All right, every weekend between now and the end of the month, we'll be getting you ready for the NFL draft with this guy, Stevenson Sylvester, once again joining us, telling us how some of our locals will fit into the NFL after their college careers. You know, there's always a lot of hype going into the draft about the quarterbacks, right? So let's talk quarterback and BYU's Jaren Hall. You know, if we go back 10 years ago, Sly, I think people might say, oh, he's too small to be an NFL quarterback. That's not necessarily the case anymore these days.
No. Everybody wants that light, athletic quarterback that's able to move and keeps his eyes downfield, extend plays, and that's who Jaren Hall is.
And he's measured in at 6 foot tall, 211 for Jaren Hall. 4.62 40-yard dash, not too bad. We'll show his mobility here in a bit. And his hand size, there's a lot of talk about hand size, 9 4/8 of an inch.
Man, they always talk about quarterbacks, Drew Brees, Tua, all these guys. Oh, it's too small. Can the guy throw the ball? Right. That's the bottom line. But Jaren Hall definitely measures up to being a great NFL quarterback. He's extremely mobile. The 4.6 40 is awesome. When you put on the tape, he's able to move around. He doesn't look 4.6. He's very fast.
So let's get into the throwing, right? Can he throw the ball? He's making NFL throws right here.
Yeah, no question. I absolutely love this throw, especially from this angle, because it's like, how did he get that ball in there? First, you look at and diagnose this play. You got a 5-man pressure with pressure right in his face, and then he delivers the ball right on the money. And this is what they teach you. Put it in that right front shirt pocket, right on the outside, away from the defender, only where the receiver can get his feet in bounds and possess the ball. Jaren Hall does that better than anybody I've seen.
It's going to be caught or incomplete, and he does another great job here.
Yeah, and this is to Puka again, man, and it does a great job. This is something that receivers love. Give me an opportunity. Yeah. And that's exactly what he does with all of his receivers. Gives them an opportunity to catch it and get the Tony toe tap. Both feet inbound. So wherever he goes, receivers are going to love him.
So we've seen the placement, but what about his arm strength?
Yeah, he delivers the ball downfield with accuracy. It's very, very awesome to watch. But even here, you're going to get this. You're going to get pressure off the edge against one of the NCAA's leading pass rushers. He's going to come free here, and Jaren Hall buys himself a little more time by just simply sliding to the left and then delivering the ball over the top of the safety on the money to Hill. This is an amazing throw, 55 yards on the money. Those are hard throws to make, and he does that with pressure in his face.
And if he needs a little more time, he's more than capable of buying that time.
Oh yes. This is athletic ability on full display. I personally hate this because this is against my youths. But Jaren Hall does an amazing job of extending the play. You know, you can't do a lot of things. You can't blitz him because he can outrun your blitz. And you can't drop in zone as Utah does here. We drop in zone. Everybody's covered. But because he keeps his eyes downfield, he's very athletic. He can escape the pocket, you know, and extend the play. Receivers are able to adjust on the run. He's able to find that open guy that wasn't traditionally in the route. Jaren Hall does an amazing job of keeping his eyes downfield and delivering the football.
I think NFL teams love him because he can make those plays on the run, but he can also make the plays with his feet. We already saw his 40 speed there.
Yeah, no question. With his ability to extend plays, he's also able to have designed runs for him. And something that's coming in very much more popular in the NFL is the zone read action. You're getting a lot of quarterbacks, you know, Shane Steichen now from Philadelphia Eagles. You saw Jalen Hurts do it a lot last year. But here he goes against Utah again about getting the zone read, making that read. This is something he's been doing since high school, and then you can see him in the open field, you know, 4.6 40 or whatever. He can blaze in speed, extend the play. He's that extra threat, that triple threat in your offense that you want.
All right, so we know the kind of player he was in college. In the NFL, we want to know what kind of player he could potentially become. Who do you compare him to?
Yeah, there's a lot of guys that this guy compares you to, especially with his accuracy and athletic ability. But when you put on the tape and you watch Jaren Hall over and over again, it shines Russell Wilson all over the place. And I think Russell Wilson, as he's entering the draft, young Russell Wilson at Wisconsin in his first couple years in the NFL with the Seahawks, just the throwing motion, all of the technique was very, very similar to what you see in Russell Wilson, and his pocket presence, very, very similar to Jaren Hall. And so I think his comparables are awesome, which, you know, if you want to have a career like Russell Wilson, it's a good guy to compare to.
Yeah, no kidding. He's got rings and a lot of money, right? Where do you think he could fit in the NFL? Where do you see him being taken, and maybe what team he could fit?
Yeah, with this draft, it's going to be crazy. You know, right now this draft has the top 8 quarterbacks, and I think a lot of people are going to have them. But the way quarterbacks are drafted in the NFL, it's very hard to get them in the mid-rounds, right? You're either going all in on quarterbacks or you're waiting to get them in the later draft. And I think Jaren Hall's going to fall late into the draft to be an undrafted guy. Tons of guys who come to be an undrafted. I mean, look at Brock Purdy last year, Mr. Irrelevant. It doesn't matter where you're drafted. As you said, even with Russell Wilson, he got drafted in the 3rd round. You make your story. And I think Jaren Hall's story is yet to be written, but I think he has all the qualities, all the intangibles to be a great NFL quarterback.
Tyler Huntley's one of those guys as well.